We live in a world obsessed with authenticity. Yet we spend every morning performing an ancient ritual of deception. 400 years ago, in the royal courts of Europe, a man's status wasn't measured by his bank account or his intellect, but by the height of his heels and the complexity of his lace. King Louis XIV of France didn't wear red-soled shoes just for fashion. He wore them as a psychological barrier. Only those in his inner circle were permitted to wear les talons rouges. To dress like the king was to share his power. If you lacked the silk, you lacked the soul. History proves that we have never judged a book by its cover. We have always judged the person by their silhouette. Think about the modern suit. It is essentially a suit of armor, with the steel replaced by wool. The padded shoulders, the cinched waist, the sharp lapels, they are all geometric hacks designed to trick the human eye into seeing dominance, health, and vitality. When you walk into a room wearing a well-tailored jacket, you are triggering a prehistoric response in the brains of everyone present. You are signaling that you have the resources to care for your appearance, and therefore the discipline to care for their business. But here is the deeper, more uncomfortable truth. The most important person you are fooling isn't the recruiter or the client. It's yourself. In psychology, there is a phenomenon known as enclothed cognition. Researchers found that when people wore a white coat they believed belonged to a doctor, their focus and performance on complex tasks skyrocketed. When they were told the same coat belonged to a painter, their performance dropped. The clothes didn't just change how they were seen, the clothes changed how their neurons fired. We like to believe that our true self exists somewhere deep inside, independent of what we wear. But the boundary between your skin and your shirt is thinner than you think. When you dress down because it doesn't matter, you are telling your subconscious that the day ahead doesn't matter. You are giving yourself permission to be average. Every time you choose an outfit, you are participating in a silent negotiation with the world. You are deciding which version of yourself is allowed to show up. The question isn't whether dressing well makes you more professional. The question is, if you refuse to wear the uniform of the person you want to become, do you actually want to become that person? We are all actors on a stage that never stops moving. You can claim the costumes don't matter, but while you're busy trying to prove your substance, the world has already moved on to the person who looked the part. Don't just dress for the job you want. Dress for the psychological state you need to conquer the room. Because in the end, the world doesn't see your potential. It only sees your presentation. Does the clothes make the man? Or does the man just finally find his voice when he's wearing the right skin?